Hey YouTube, it's Kidneydog, and we are back with No Man's Sky. Now we need to go check the Atlas interface, but I pressed C, and that showed up. Now that is treasure. Oh, but it's going to be beyond a door, right? Atlas V3 required. Now I got the design for V1. Not that it's ever let me make it. Because like if I go to my inventory, it's not there, it's not there. Whoops. Oh, here we go. Iridium and iron, V1. Can I build that on me? I can, okay. So it takes iridium and iron, and I will make one when it actually becomes useful. Now there's only war people to hire here, which makes it really tempting to go back a system, pick up a scientist, and then come forward again. Although I might have to go back 2 systems. But I'll probably run into war people again if I just continue forward in the game. However, that's not why we're here. We're here for that Atlas interface. Planetary base. Abandoned building. I'm wasting time while I scan stuff. Because there should be more than just the abandoned base and planetary building. I had like 3 things on that planet last time. Right? Oh, come on, I'll even look at it. Okay, well, I guess not. Anyways, we're here for this. There's some minor capacity to steer. Very, very minor. Come on now. I'm glad that didn't hit me. Kind of annoying that I can't recharge that while moving. Rather not. Because I can just fly there. So that's the Atlas interface. The thing that I managed to avoid for an entire recording session because I got distracted by Nada and Polo. So this does look doom and gloomish. Hello, unfriendly giant red light. Let's say hi. Oh, I don't fly perpendicular to one of the things. I actually fly like down the... Okay. And there's the Crimson Orb. Hold shift to engage boost. I'm in an auto scroll right now. I'm not engaging. Oh, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Okay. So here's the first thing I notice. I've learned the Viking word for visual. I haven't even done anything yet. The first thing I notice is that upon entering this area, the way it looks... Did I do a thing? I wasn't trying to do a thing, I was just curious. But... crud. Okay, I did some things by accident. So the reason I say that is because the first thing I noticed upon landing here is that this design, the pillars on the sides and stuff, reminds me of the portal. Like, this reminds me of the portal we saw on the planet. Now, the individual dots that I touched and then a light emitted from them, they seem like they're randomly placed, but the longer and longer I look at it, the more it looks like those are, like, it's a map. Like, I'm standing at the center of a map. So maybe you have to touch one of these to turn a portal on? And in nearby... I don't know. I'm making hypotheses. I'm sure people have tried that. I've learned Viking word for detection. So those teach me words? What if I back up? I'm trying to not miss stuff. So those open as I get closer? Yes. Okay, so I walk closer, turns on and opens up. Turns on and opens up. Turns on and opens up. And now there's 2 points. That appear as isotope things. Artifact. Warp cell. Cool. I like a free warp cell. I like 2 free warp cells. That's awesome. I can recharge my ship with that. Just put those on the ship. Okay, well, let's talk to the Atlas interface. So, maybe Atlas are the firstborn, not the Gek. It is alien, unlike anything I've ever seen before. I should be afraid, but an inexorable pull draws me towards the heart of the construct. I need to know. This is a remnant of the Atlas. It welcomes me. It knows what I am. It offers the promise of true understanding. The intent burns in me. I will peer into the structure of causality and know its existence, and know this existence. If it is real, or some incalculably vast simulacrum authored by other intelligences. Oh, I know none of its language. Dang it. Yeah, I took a screenshot. I took a screenshot because I want to know what that sentence is. And I don't know if I ever will. But I will accept the milestone Pathfinder or above. I mean, I'll accept whatever it is it's asking. I don't know what it's asking is the thing. I will accept this. The sky is deep and full of wonders, and the path to enlightenment opens to me. Got an Atlas stone. A spherical gem that seems to pulsate with red light from its center. A very high-value curiosity. An extremely rare item often associated with ancient monolithic sites. Do you mean like warp places? Okay, well, let's store that for safekeeping. So that's... whatever. If I come across another place, I'm not going to sell it or anything. I can't interact again. Is there an invisible wall? There's an invisible wall. I'm not allowed to touch the Atlas. That one's just a light. Now there are doors. What do I have to do to be allowed to go to the doors? Do I have to like follow paths? Is this some kind of like puzzle that I have to solve in order to walk around places? Because there's stairs here. But then there's stairs here. And I think I hit that light and learned a word. And I can go underneath. So is this some kind of puzzle? I mean, I don't know if it's a puzzle. I don't know if it's a maze. I'm just stupid at this point in time. Like, I don't know. Huh. Damaged. Again, more doors. I don't know if those are things I'm supposed to be able to access. Should I have touched all these before talking to it? Didn't learn anything from that one. Nope, that one's just a light. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. That's just that opening. Nothing. What if I mash the E button for use? Nothing. I feel like this is a giant puzzle, and I haven't learned enough about the game to solve it. Which might be why they reset you back to the start. Although, I think people said they reset your like, learned language as well, and that would completely defeat the point. Why can't I go under my ship? Well, I can't do anything more here. I touched all the lights. That's just a actual light. Your destiny lies beyond. Press X to open the galactic map. I can't open it in here. Really? Yeah, I do have valuable cargo right now. And there's two of them. Nope. Want this one. Drop the speed, raise the speed, because I can turn faster if I stop. So they take times 2 damage if I get it in that center. Ow. Center bit. And you can turn a lot faster if you slow down. I wish I could fix that with a shielding shard. Okay, so they want me to open my galaxy map. What does the Atlas want to tell me? Okay, that's the Atlas interface. Now, why is that one green? Why is there green? And I only have one path I can take. Okay, I think that's the black hole I marked. Okay, so path towards black hole, path towards waypoint, free exploration, and path towards the galactic core. So they're all kind of going to get me there, I think. Why do I suddenly no longer have any focus? These are all the discovered systems. You know, that's probably a good idea to name it Eisen Daita. Like if I'd named these Kidneydog 1, 2, 3, whatever. Sol 48, it's part of the 48th system. Okay, back to me. There we go. No. 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 Actually, I'm curious about this system. Warp reactor tau required. I guess it's just too far away. Hyperdrive has no fuel, so that's doable. And I just got 2 things, so I could just jump right along if I wanted to. Collect the core, or the black hole. Now, as tempting as the black hole is, I saw that. It was there for a second. Okay, so I can go to the next Atlas interface and then go to the black hole. That is a doable thing. Atlas interface. No, why? Stop it. You know what? I can do it without that. Okay, but I do want to check the planet. The things that I've been seeing. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. There's those 2 red indicators. Tell me to go down. Now they're at the top of my screen. It's really annoying. Well, that's super annoying, but let's check out the moon. How long will it take for me to get there? Too long. So we'll aim up a little bit so that it drags me to that one. There we go. 20 seconds. So, we talked to the Atlas interface, and we were too stupid to understand any of the words it threw at us. Now, I kind of wish when I learned a word, they would tell me what the word was in the other language. Because if they did that, then I could actually write my own, like, book, my own cipher in a book. And then as I progress through the game, or even if I, like, reset the game after I reach the center of the universe, which apparently is what happens, at least then I could still make use of the knowledge I'd gained. So maybe that is the thing, I just don't know where to find it. Journey. No. Controls, options, graphics, discoveries. Nah, language isn't in the discovery section. Would have been nice. Because clearly words are assigned words. Like, the things they put down are actual words. I'm just not smart enough to read them. Or I don't know them yet. Okay, and we're going to pick a fight here. Well, let's see if the planet will pick a fight with us first. Dry gusts, sentinels minimal, flora abundant, fauna sporadic. So, mostly plants. Though I will manage to pick a fight with every sentinel currently on the planet. I haven't seen any of the bigger sentinels yet. All of this is free credits, so I might as well take it. And I am seeing repeats in, like, the design, but, you know, I don't know what you're expecting if you're expecting infinitely variable forever and ever and ever. There had to be some kind of base set. I don't know, I was talking with my brother about the game the other day, and my stance on it was that the initial reviews of the game were fair from what I've been told. I mean, I didn't play the game when it first came out, so I don't know what it was like when it first came out. It was not helpful of Hello Games to then tell their player base anything. If they had told them, wait, we're working on patches and stuff, they maybe could have saved it. But they didn't. So now they've got this to deal with. But I think the game now feels like what I thought it would be. Jacknip, Convergence Cube, to the ship. Everything I own. Oh, come on. You don't need that. I'm hesitant to fuel my engine, because as soon as I fuel my engine, then I'll find like another ship or something. And I can't make use of it. Let's go ahead and reload. Aha, it's abandoned. I don't have to break in. That's nice. Okay, but that means free plutonium. Not a thing I can build, not a thing I can build. Or not build, but steal, take, whatever. They're not research specimens. The only thing in here for me to interact with is this. It looked like a wound on the world, crimson and ragged edged, like something that once lived, but then was torn asunder. I should have stayed away, had I the sense to taste the air of this planet, mine, blah, 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 blah. Was it dead where I touched it? So they're talking about the Atlas. The crimson red that they talk about in each of these logs is the Atlas. What are you going to give me? Radiation deflector. Okay. I guess that's nice. That's probably spidonium. And platinum. How am I doing on platinum and stuff? Pretty good on platinum. I could always do with more spidonium. Zinc would be nice as well. However, since we've learned the trick, which is to build one of these. So tell me about a drop pod. But please don't put it on the other side of the planet. No, that's pretty close. I already know where there's a habitable base, and I usually don't care. But let's go ahead and look for it. Because maybe habitable base means something other than just a place where I can build. Maybe that can be like a... I mean, could that be an intelligent life form? Where I've been buying my guns and stuff? I imagine they would fall into the same thing. Colonial outpost. There's my operations center. Far away. And last but not least, a resource deposit. Which I rarely ever visit these, because usually it's just a big block of iridium. Yeah, it's not really in the direction I wanted it to be. Okay, now what I'm curious about is... this thing cost iron and carbon, right? Iron and platinum. 25 iron, 25 platinum. Wrong menu. So 25 iron and 25 platinum. The iron was looking for my ship, 79. And the platinum, 92. So, whoops. When I reclaim you, did I get anything back? 92 to 170, 117 would be... I got it all back? But I didn't get the iron back. That's still 79. Oh, 50. Wait, seriously? I get all of it back? Well, that means that I don't need to go get that stuff. I'll pick up the spidonium. But, like, I don't need to keep harvesting platinum and zinc. It doesn't matter, ultimately. Because as soon as I unbuild the thing, I just get everything back. Okay, so that's clearly what you should be... Hello. Clearly what you should be doing on these planets is land, throw down one of those things, find yourself a drop pod, and do your thing. I mean, I guess originally I wouldn't have had enough money for it. I think this is faster. That's not. Cannon damage, if I ever felt like being more powerful, because that's been such a problem for me so far. Okay, so the drop pod is not close by. That's not close. That's even farther. Oh, hey. A life form. I'm just wondering if I'm going to need that stuff later. For, can't think of what I'm trying to say. It's my brain failing. How much plutonium do I actually have? 77? I could do it some more. Yeah, they're not too happy about me doing that. So I don't need more platinum. I'll take spodonium. Oh, I'm wondering if I'll need the spodonium to do research with the scientist, which is the reason I'm collecting it. Now, I can't collect that stuff, and I don't know what to do with it yet. But I still have to find a system where I can hire a scientist now. Because unfortunately, my base seems to be like one system behind. So let's head for the manufacturing facility. And on the way, I'm going to keep looking for points. I don't recognize that. I mean, that almost looks like they have a landing pad. Whoa. You gonna flip me right side up before you put me down? Thank you. Waypoint signal received, save progress, and claim sector discover. Oh. You mean this? There, claimed. Elderly. Same thing, elderly. Don't know why they were both red. I guess maybe you have to scan more than one. New technology. Probably useless. Yep, beam impact tau. Multi-tech tool. Beam colon sigma. Research! Yay, let's make the Viking happy. The research always looks the same. So what are... What are you? Aside from having ridiculously oversized ladders. Is this just a watchtower? I mean, I guess that can be a thing. So that's just a watchtower. Things to keep in mind. Watchtower. So what I'm really looking for, though, as I fly along the planet, is I'm looking for places. I'm looking for another one of those monolith warp centers. That's what I'm looking for. I want to find another teleporter, because now I have a red orb thingy on me. Which, knowing my luck, I was probably told how to use it by the Atlas interface, and I just didn't know the language well enough to understand it. What is that? What is the blue circle? Oh, it's the resource deposit. And there's just another thing down there. I don't care about multi-tools. I care about drop pods. Which... I haven't gone to the drop pod yet. Where'd my drop pod go? I requested one. Resource deposit. Drop pod. I'm doing this out of order. I want to make sure to hit the drop pod first. Then I can worry about all the other stuff. Okay, drop pod. It's really hard to actually figure out how close you are to something, apparently. Or I'm just really bad at it. Pre-Spodonium. I can still harvest more. Free health. Free cargo. Free cargo. Herox. Never received Herox before. I'll have to look at that. Combined neutral alloy with uses that range from pharmacology all the way to heavy industry. Forms the backbone of galactic alloy trading. Well, I don't know how to make Herox. I know how to make Chromium. And I haven't seen anything that requires an Atlas V1 pass. I might be too far into the game for me to even find those anymore. Which is silly, but I can always go back to my original system. Yeah, I'll take another one. Sweet. Free upgrade. Well, not free. I mean, I had to pay 100,000 for it. So, definitely not free. And actually, if I want more iron, PlanetSide is the best place to get it. Because these things just dump a lot of iron. And I'm probably not going to ever revisit this planet. So I might as well harvest a bit from it. Reason for doing that? Not for my benefit, for my ship's benefit. It makes the backbone of my pulse. And all that jazz. So they can go ahead and get upset with me, because I'm not sticking around. Okay, abandoned building we've been to. So I just passed over this without even thinking. Okay, silly person. Okay, so the operations center is really the next waypoint that I'll probably reach. Still looking for a monolith while we're at it, though. I keep calling them monoliths, but not necessarily monoliths. The pointed mountains are messing me up. So I got really lucky on that one planet to just happen to see one. I don't think that ever happens. Except if you're stupid lucky like me. Resources. That's not actually nearby. Computer doesn't like what I'm doing. Yeah, I wish I could pulse jump within the atmosphere, but I can't. Probably prevent me from generating the world faster than they can render it. Okay, now this is a facility that I steal from. No doubt about that. This is my Grand Theft Auto. Which means I'm going to get a whole bunch of stupid neural sensors and all that jazz. But before we touch it, let's save. Turn that off. Save. Okay, so now I can pick a fight, not worry about it. Might as well take that before I start the fight. You know, for a planet without a whole lot of sentinels, there's suddenly a whole lot of sentinels. Take that. Take that. Don't care. Signal force deactivated. I reload. Okay, let's solve this little puzzle. The alert has obscured the information on the primary terminal. I can only make out a few words, none of which I know. If I can work out what was being worked on here, I can restart the workflow and restore operations. Shoot. One of those is one of the three. But I don't know enough of the language to actually pull this off. Well, I guess I could just randomly guess it, and we could figure out what happens when I'm wrong. First aid. Sure, let's learn what happens when I'm wrong. I'm gonna guess... Starship. I failed to access the Resident Warrior's workflow. Installation remains offline. Oh, it's just closed. I just miss out. Okay, so I just ruin it. Like, I don't think there's a come back, try again. Don't mind me. We can try it. Yeah, no. Okay. Good to know. Language is important. Otherwise, you just can't even pick those things up. Having said that, I have one thing left to check on this planet, and that's a habitable base, which is not far away, but there is a thing on the way, and I clearly need more language, which I'm not going to get from here, but I can trade off the junk I'm carrying. Aha, I targeted a landing spot. Now I know. I can target a landing spot. Atlas pass required, so let's try this. Let's make me an Atlas pass. Suspension fluid. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really nice. Now I wanted to say that I've made it to my destination. Will you say that for me now? There. It's remarked it, at least. Okay, so that Atlas pass is super useful, actually. Do those stack? Those do not stack. What is my ship carrying? The weirdest collection of stuff ever. Okay, so that's really tempting to sell it, because I can make it, no problem. I think it just costs carbon. If I had a slot to make it with. Yeah, because it's really easy to make. None of you will talk with me. And you're all warriors. Hi, you the owner of this installation? Relax, I'm an armorer, not an assassin. Perhaps you need my skills. I do not have... Actually, no, wait, do I? I know I need a warrior, but I think to build a warrior console, I need a voltaic cell. And to get a voltaic cell, I need a scientist. So I'm pretty sure... Yeah. I can't do anything with him at the moment. I need a Korvax. However, before that, let's sell some stuff. So we can sell this. I don't need Herox. I don't need these neutrinos. Those are Gragham whatevers. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. Just whatever. Okay. Trophium, Gek Charm, Gek Nip. Plenty of those, plenty of those. Actually, how much was... 1,000 each? No way. You guys want me to buy it for 20,000? So, what do those cost to make again? Let's pin some formulas here. These are key formulas. What good did pinning it do? I'm going to leave it pinned, but I don't know what that means. Anyways, so it only costs carbon to make. So I don't know if there's really any point in carrying it, aside from the fact that it's super cheap right now. I mean, could I just make the rest of the plutonium to make electron vapors, and zinc and iridium to make antimatter? Yeah, I might as well just carry it and use it to start stocking up on fuel for my ship. It doesn't really benefit me to sell it. I'm going to keep my current loadout on me, including the Atlas Stone. I'm going to carry that. So, thanks for the heads up, game. Don't really care. Bonk. So what do we have? We have a habitable base and an arrive in. Just over the side of a mountain. My favorite kind. That's a drop pod. That's a lucky win. Sweet. And that's whip vine, so it can die. I hate whip vines. They really are a weed across the entirety of the universe. Okay, and there is not much of... Oh, okay, that's that thing. Not much of anything for me to grab. Although, plenty of whip vines for me to kill, jeez. Yeah, I'll take the exosuit upgrade. Yeah. Done. It's going to cost me more and more. I'm going to get to a point where it costs millions to upgrade my suit. And then I might finally stop. I can carry more spodonium. There's no point in not. Although I have no idea if this will ever be useful to me again. For all the life forms to exist on this planet, you have to be one of them. Look at that! It's 1/5 of the way to a suspension fluid. Okay, so that just leaves me with the habitable base. Now, I haven't come across a warp yet, but I'm kind of okay with that. And the reason I'm kind of okay with that is because I'm gonna come across one again eventually. Are you just a habitable base? Yeah, that's just a place I could call my own if I wanted. And I don't want. So, stuff to sell? Not really, because we just visited a thing. And while this planet's nice and cool, like, I mean, I'll check this. I would like to learn more words. I need more Viking. And this is a Viking-controlled system. So if there ever were a place for me to learn words, this is it. But I'm just not finding the kind of stuff that I need to learn words. They're not a very talkative race. Either that, or I'm just having a lot of trouble finding those kind of things because they're best found on foot, not flying. See, those won't teach me words. Oh, that one had a sensor dish. I don't want to craft a warp cell. Can I turn those off? No. 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 Okay. Well, I didn't really look at that one. No, there's not anywhere where I can turn tooltips off. Hello games, if you ever see this, put in an option to turn milestones and tooltips off. They're cute initially, but I don't... There's a beacon. I like beacons. But I don't need them forever. Advanced cooling. Useless multi-tech. Oh! Range boost Tau. Actually not useless. Because I currently have a range boost Sigma. So range boost Tau would be kind of nice. I wonder if I can stack things. I bet you can. I bet you can stack them. But I need Chrysonite for that. I don't have any of that. In fact, I don't even think I can handle Chrysonite. Talking to the aliens. Which are a real thing in this game. Is there a storm going on? Why don't you tooltip that at me? Eight minutes? Nope, we'll fly. Still, happy to find a beacon. Like I said, beacons are fun. There's my beacon. So beacons usually point me to life forms or downed ships. So I will happily do either. Now hopefully it's a combo that I can do. And we don't get screwed over by our lack of Viking knowledge again or something. Though that's entirely possible. Suspension fluid? No, electron vapors. Jeez. Well, an Atlas Pass certainly makes exploring the galaxy easier. Okay, Beacon, what's up? Where am I going? I hear a thing, and I don't know if you do because I tend to have my sounds turned way down. But I hear things. And by things, I mean living things. And they sound big. I just can't locate them. It's close by, so I'll take it. Where did I park? Parked right here. Not necessary. Okay, so the advanced life form is shelter, habitable base. I don't care about advanced life form. Can I fly closer to the surface if I'm not boosting? No. That's just another multi-tack tool. We're passing up all these multi-tack tools because they're generally useless. Here, let's see what this is. Pretty sure it's just like a resource deposit or just a waypoint. Even less useful than that. It was up the cliff for me, wasn't it? There, now I have too much. I'll sell the extra if I get... Well, selling the extra is actually kind of tricky. Squish. Shielding plate. Corvax convergence and just a waypoint. So, like I said, this is actually totally useless. Which was the kind of thing I was trying really hard to actually avoid. Is the ones that have no point. Okay. To the shelter. Oh, come on. Urgh. I couldn't get it to target, so I thought it wasn't going to work because I couldn't fly low enough. Their height requirement on flying is kind of annoying. Yeah, as long as those multi-tech tools are going to continue to be great grenade intensity stuff, like, I really have no interest in it. Let me scan the place. Claim it. Don't care if a building's already built here. I'm claiming it. This is now my shelter. This is my Salmondale. And that is how we're going to pronounce it. Salmondale. Plutonium. Health restored. This one should be free money. Nope, it's shields. Galactic Trade Terminal, which will let me ditch stuff. Like this. And this. And this. Radnox, I can finally buy it. But I have... No, I don't have stuff here to sell. 27 Spadonium. Let's see if I can sell 27 Spadonium instead of just chucking it. I want to sell... 27. Puts me right at 250. Yep. Cool. Carbon. I can always take more. I'm just ransacking your house. Don't mind me. It's the door I came in. No, that's the door I came in. Ah. Don't have an Atlas V2 pass. I have an Atlas V1 pass. Yes, hi. Let's talk. Poidom Interloper. The warrior looks at me with fire in its eyes. This species is clearly aggressive, and I doubt I'm welcome. Yet the life form bows in greeting. Tradition and honor perhaps dictate it. I don't feel in imminent danger, and I'm about to turn and leave when the creature points towards my multi-tool. It barks with concern. It makes a motion to suggest that I should hand it over. Go for it. The warrior nods in satisfaction and offers me an improved replacement multi-tool. This is a free exchange. This is a free exchange. Okay. Okay, mining beam, scanner, bolt caster. You don't have an analysis visor. But then you've got more slots, and it's a free trade. Ricochet? Bolt caster shots are granted deflective properties. Environmental collisions result in plasma diversion, unpredictable flight paths, and potential victim impact. Don't know if I'd want that. Beam intensifier. Tau, what do I have? Well, okay, so if we compare it, we can see that he's missing my scanner, but I could pass it. Couldn't I? No, I can't. I would just lose it. Which sucks. I would like to, disassemble my... Yeah, I would like to disassemble my gun, because I'll have to build another plasma launcher. But it looks like, in general, it's... So this should be mining, and it looks like all its mining stats are better. And this should be fighting, combat, and all its combat stats are the same. Now, it doesn't have a grenade, but I can fix that. It's not hard. And it doesn't have an analysis visor. But again, I can fix that. It's not hard. And that increases my standing with them. So another reason to perform the trade. However, I now need to fix this. I want my analysis visor. There. And that requires plutonium. Not a lot, but just a little. Now I have carbon, 132. So if I wanted to interact again, I could. Probably should check this first. 11 slots. Haha. No thanks. Oh, it's projectiles. Awesome, though. Check that out. You see how it goes all the way around the blue? I don't know what blue is, but it's pretty good. Intensifier, intensifier, coolant, coolant, combat amplifier. Well, I also have a combat amplifier. I have a beam intensifier 1 and 2, but not a 3. And it's got a 3 and a 2. I wonder if once you get all the way around, that indicates that like that's as good as that weapon's ever going to get. The design's interesting. Did all that, talked to him, ransacked his stuff, accepted the free weapon, got a milestone, which will block me from my inventory and everything else. And I'm going to try and keep a better eye on how long I record for, because when I record for 1:40, believe it or not, that's actually kind of troublesome to upload. The files are so big, they just take forever. Nope, I want this way to get my ship. So thanks for the free gun upgrade. Oh, that was supposed to bounce. Oh, there we go. That's a bounce. I would need... Ah, don't land on me. Hi. Your ship is literally a box. Interloper is the only word I know. 30 slot, 4 million. I need a better ship. I really do. But hey, this is what I got. Do I have plutonium nearby? No. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so it's been fun on this planet. Been real. But let's head for the water planet. I mean, after all, I do have a thing on me that enables me to swim longer. So, let's do that. I know. I need more thallium. Do I really need more thallium, though? Is that really the case? Because I don't think that's true. $49. I need 51. Aha! I need 2 more thallium. I can fix that. There. I have enough thallium. Now shut up and leave me alone. There. 45. Oh, I'm lazy. Look at there in 3. Okay, so is it a blue planet? I don't need thallium to craft a warp cell. I needed 51 more. It is a water planet. I really like the water planets. They're pretty. Can I land underwater? No, I can't. Okay. That's fine. I actually have something I can land on over here. Or near. So, What kind of place are we at? Radioactive decay, low sentinels, flora is common, fauna is lacking. So it's a relatively barren planet. It's a relatively barren planet, there's not a whole lot of life on it, but you will still find whip vines. Because F those. Hey now. Thank you. Something will probably get upset about me doing that. Oh, those just look like plutonium. I thought there was plutonium everywhere. But no, that's just the weeds on this planet look just like it. That's how they avoid getting eaten by higher life forms. They disguise themselves as plutonium. I am taking this plutonium. Don't pick a fight with me, I just got a brand new gun. I don't need an excuse to try it. Oh, damn. I'll take that. Doop-a-doop. Shielding shard? Shielding shard. Viking dagger? Nope, Geknip. Suspension fluid? Yes. Viking effigy. Suspension fluid. Lockdown vapors. Pass, 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 pass. It's already full of junk because it's got 15 slots. I need to expand my ship slots. And let's claim it. Let's claim the Nira crossing. Nira crossing. Okay, so we got damaged machinery over here. Beam coolant? Oh, called it. Advanced cooling. Oh, photon cannon. Okay, so it's not for my gun, it's for my ship. So I didn't get it. With my plasma clip, if I wanted a bigger clip size, not that I need it, my clip size is adequate. And nothing in here either. I really want something I can interact with that will teach me the Viking language, because I'm not finding anything. Arrive in 218. Well, I want to see the ocean. Oh, right. Purple rock. Weird stone dinosaur eggs. I guess that's... Oh, no, that was a new thing. Shoot. Now I gotta look at it again. Take that. That identifies it as shelter. These are the crazy weeping palms. I'm going to name that. Come here. Where are you? That. This is a weeping palm. I can spell plam. It's a weeping plam. It's a weeping palm. So will that name show up now? If I stare at it? Like, what if I stare at that? Is that a different? You're a twisted palm. Nothing in the ocean. So I'm hesitant to jump in the ocean because that consumes my oxygen. And while I'm curious what lies beneath the surface, I'm not psyched to just throw away my oxygen. But you know, this does give me an idea. An idea that I should actually stick to my word. Turn my own torch. So we'll step in. We'll step out. Creates a save point. And I'm actually going to take a break here. Outside of the radiation. So thank you for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Later.